the service, let's begin by standing and turning to page 281. Page 281, Jesus Saves. Please stand and turn to page 281. We have heard a joyful sound. Jesus saves, Jesus saves. Spread the tidings all around. Jesus saves, Jesus saves. Bear the news to every land. Crossing the seas, across the waves. Onward 'tis our Lord's command. Jesus saves, Jesus saves. Wafted on the rolling tide. Jesus saves, Jesus saves. Tell to sinners far and wide. Jesus saves, Jesus saves. Sing ye islands of the sea. Echo back ye ocean caves. Thou shalt keep her jubilee. Jesus saves, Jesus saves. Sing above the battle strife. Jesus saves, Jesus saves. By his death and endless life. Jesus saves, Jesus saves. Sing it softly through the gloom. When the heart for mercy craves. Sing in triumph for the tomb. Jesus saves, Jesus saves. On the last, give the winds a mighty voice. Jesus saves, Jesus saves. Let the nations now rejoice. Jesus saves, Jesus saves. Shout salvation full and free. Highest hills and deepest caves. This our song of victory. Jesus saves, Jesus saves. Okay, for the next song, remain standing and please turn to page 195. Glory to his name, page 195. Down at the cross where my Savior died, down where for cleansing from sin I cried, there to my heart was the blood applied. Glory to his name, glory to his name, glory to his name. There to my heart was the blood applied. Glory to his name. I am so wondrously saved from sin. Jesus so sweetly abides within. There at the cross where he took me in. Glory to his name. Glory to his name. Glory to his name. There to my heart was the blood applied. Glory to his name. Oh, precious fountain that saves from sin. I am so glad I have entered in. There Jesus saves me and keeps me clean. Glory to his name. Glory to his name. Glory to his name. There to my heart was the blood applied. Glory to his name. Can we call the ushers on the last verse? Come to this fountain so rich and sweet. Last night was all at the Savior's feet. Plunge in today and be made complete. Glory to his name. Glory to his name. Glory flows the blood of life. Glory to his name. Great singing, everybody. Mr. Stephen, will you pray for the offering?
Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for loving us. Thank you for each one that's made their way out. Pray that you be with the ones that's not able to be here, that you touch and bless and minister to them and help them if they're sick to get well and be able to be back with us. And straight away that you would deal with their hearts and draw them back to you. Thank you for the church here. Pray that you continue to help us. Thank you for the offering. Pray that you help us to use it in a way that be pleasing to you. For these things we ask in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen. You may be seated.
All right. Well, I've got several things I need to take care of this morning. First of all, a couple of prayer requests to pray for. Pray for Benny and his family. Benny and Carmela just got here from the Philippines, but Benny's brother passed away suddenly this week, had a heart attack. And so they're leaving on Wednesday morning to fly back to the Philippines for the funeral. Going to only be there a week and then flying back here. And then Benny's getting right on a plane and flying to Texas to help his daughter move here to California. So he's got a busy couple of weeks. Let's pray for strength for him and pray for their family in this time of sorrow that they're going through. It's good to see some people back that we've been missing. I thought I was going to have to get the FBI out to find Linda and Emmett, but we're glad that they got here this morning. Glad they're feeling better. You pray for Fernando. I was wondering if when that nerve block wore off, if he was going to be in more pain than he sounded happy when I talked to him, but that was when the nerve block on. But he's in a lot of pain this morning, and so you pray for him as he's dealing with some pain and discomfort there regarding this last surgery. We missed John and Gail this morning. They're stuck up in the mountains because of the weather, and so you pray for them. As Diana's not feeling well, and others that probably I'm missing are not feeling well, but we're glad that you're here. We got a good-looking crowd this morning in more ways than one, and so we're glad that you're here. I got several announcements. First of all, I'll start with our bulletin, but I've got some other announcements as well. Sweetheart Banquet this Friday evening at 6 o'clock right here at the church, $20 per couple. No kids allowed, sorry. Couples, find a babysitter, no kids, just couples. We've got a good speaker lined up for us. Pastor John Simmons is going to be here out of Modesto, Mountain View Baptist Church. Him and his wife are such a joy to be around, and you're going to be blessed by being here. If you have not registered, see my wife today during or after one of the services, and we'll make sure that we get your name on the list and have everything ready to go Friday night. It's not too early to begin thinking about family camp. We're calling our family camp this year Rooted, which is our theme for the year. And our Rooted family camp is going to be held on August the 1st through the 3rd. Now, if you're like me, my family, we have to start putting money aside ahead of time to afford it. This year's cost is $120 per person, per adult. Now, I want to tell you this. Last year, the camp that we went to is small. And we about filled that thing up last year. And we had a great time. Did everybody that went last year, they have a great time? Had a great time. And we want as many people as possible to go. But we might get to the point where we would exceed the capacity of that camp. We like that camp because of the privacy. We don't have to share it with any other groups. We like it because of the room situation. It's different than any other camp. We can stay in individual rooms by family and not split up into men's and women's groups. And so we like that. But we need you, if you are really serious about going, we're going to have to probably go first come, first serve. And so you need to be thinking about that and go ahead and let my wife know and begin putting some money down towards that so that we can get you signed up for that. You say, well, Pastor, why don't you go to a bigger camp? If we go to a bigger camp, it's going to cost more. And if it costs more, then we're not going to have as many people go. See my dilemma? And so then we won't need a bigger camp if it costs more. And so it's just, it's one of those things that we're just right there on that dividing line. But we would love for you to go. We want as many people to go. And if we have to, we'll take all the boys and put them out in tents and let the bears get them. And so let them fend for themselves. But we want you to go. Family camp August 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, $120 a person. If you have any questions about that, you can see my wife. Also, I want to mention your parents' teen camp. 6th graders through 12th graders are eligible to go to teen camp. So if you've got a young person in the 6th through the 12th grade, we went to a new camp last year, had a great time at Soaring Eagle's Baptist Camp. And we're probably going to go there every year unless the Lord changes our direction. We really enjoyed this camp. And we're going to be talking to you, parents, very soon about how you can reduce the cost of camp. Now, who doesn't like that? My ears always perk up when you talk about reducing cost. And so we're going to be talking to you soon about how you can get involved and help us reduce the cost of that camp. And so don't forget that. That's going to be June 24th through the 28th. Then my wife had a ladies meeting this past Sunday night, and the ladies made a couple of decisions on some things I wanted to make sure that you're aware of. First of all, there's some of these flyers out on the welcome desk that you should get one if you're a lady. And think about going to a ladies retreat. It's going to be held next month in the month of March up at First Baptist Church in Mariposa. And so it's within driving distance. My wife is going to take several ladies from the church up there. They're going to go up on Friday evening, and then they're going to drive back Friday night. Then they're going to go back up on Saturday morning for this ladies retreat. If you're going to go both days, it's $35 lady. If you're going to go just one of the nights, or the night or the morning, it's $20. You can get more information on that flyer, or you can ask my wife about that as well. And then on your church event calendars that are on the welcome desk that we gave to you, you see in the month of May, we have something scheduled that we've never done before, but it's a women's girls retreat. And they made a decision last Sunday night about what they're going to do for that women's girls retreat. They're going to go to the Playhouse Merced. It's doing a production of Little Women, and they're going to go as a group. They've already got front row seats reserved, front and second row seats reserved for the ones that I've told her already. They're at the Playhouse to go, and then they're going to go out to eat for a nice meal afterwards. And so if you're a lady or a girl and you would like to go with this our church group to do this, you can see my wife and make sure you see her soon, because we need to reserve those seats at the Playhouse as soon as possible. I know that sounds like May is a long way away, but they told us they fill up very quickly. And so if you are intending to go, we need to know that soon so that we can reserve your seat. Otherwise, you'll be standing. It's $18 for the ticket for the play. That's what it is. And so if you want to go, that's the cost. And hopefully I got all those announcements in. Our growth point for this month, and I don't want you to forget these growth points. Our growth point for this month is compassion. And Jude 1:22 is our growth point verse for this month. And some have compassion, making a difference. We're going to look at that tonight. We're going to be preaching on compassion each and every Sunday night this month in February. And how our world needs more compassionate people. And so we want to challenge you as a Christian to be more kind, to be more gracious, to be more compassionate this month. Now, we should be that way every month, but that's your challenge this month. Last month's challenge was contentment. And don't forget what we learned there. But I challenge you. Our world needs compassionate people. They need more people that can just be kind to one another. We don't always have to agree on everything. But we can be kind and respectful to one another. And so I challenge you as Christians this month. Let's make a difference in our world by being compassionate people. And I think that'll make our world a better place. It can make a difference. Jake's going to come lead us in our next hymn. You stand, and he'll tell you what page to turn to in just a moment.
Okay, let's stand and turn to page 241.